States. It's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mark from the States. How we doing today? I am doing fantastic, and I hope that you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. Come sit with me on this big fake and imaginary couch today. You guys are amazing. Really, I appreciate you. I'm truly blessed. I'm also grateful to learn from the royal family. That is the channel name. It is the official channel of the royal family, and a while back, I was blessed that they have given me their blessing to be able to learn from their videos. We watched, I don't want to say part one, but the first one where it was talking about the reservicing of Buckingham Palace, and well, today is a continuation of that. Now they're on to the East Wing. As many of you know, my son was just there. A few days ago, I believe it was. Sorry about that. I believe that was Friday. I want to say Friday. He was outside of Buckingham Palace, and Prince William drove up in his motorcade. So he texted us. He's like, "I just saw Prince William." I thought that was really cool. We picked him up from the airport yesterday. And I had to ask him, I go, "Did you know it was him? Did you see him and go and recognize him? Did someone tell you?" Apparently, they were with tour guides who are from London. The tour guides, apparently, every spot they went, they had a local guide, so it wasn't the same people everywhere. I think they had someone who traveled with them the whole time, but also when they got to each location, they had a local person to take over the tour and point out. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, this local person said that is who that is, and so he's like, "Oh wow!" So he had to text us right away, and I was loving it. Of course, we thought that was really cool. But today we're going to look at the East Wing. Now I don't really know what the East Wing is per se. I'm going to learn today. And again, I am very grateful to the royal family and their blessing to allow me to do this. I always imagined, and I said this in the first time we watched the video, that before they gave me the okay, they had to, I don't want to say vet. I, I assume they had to make sure that I wasn't some wacko spewing nonsense, and to give me their okay to do it. And I just imagine them watching the videos and then getting hooked on the theme song, and then everybody coming into work the next day humming or singing the theme song to our channel. That would be like, mwah, right? That would have been awesome. Can you imagine King Charles strolling into work singing or humming the theme song to our channel? That would have been cool. Not that he's watching. I have no illusions of that. Anyway, so yeah, I am so grateful to them. But as per the agreement, there's no comments on this video. No biggie. It's okay. It's their policy. They have comments turned off on all their videos, and I get it. I totally get it. But if you do want to tell me something that I'm missing or explain something that I'm seeing, because I do learn a lot from the comments, and very rare is there something negative. The majority of it, 99.9999999% of the time, and in most videos, it's 100% of the time. The comments are how I learn, and where they kind of expand on things, give things context, things that I miss, and so on. Go to the channel homepage, okay? Go to Mark from the States, and there'll be a post. You can then add something that I missed there. I'll create a post that you can then have comments on that, where it'll only be for us on the channel. on our channel to be able, and it helps me learn and see things. Of course, even there, let's not be negative. This is why we do this. This is why I do this. This is for me to learn. So I appreciate all of you. So go over there, or you can email me. That's always another way too. So either way, I look forward to seeing this video, learning from this video, and then continuing to get more insight down the road. So without further ado, let's get into this. This is Buckingham Palace, resurfacing the East Wing. Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't say go support the royal family. Their channel will be linked in the description along with this video as well. I encourage you to get over there and support. I know a lot of you already do. And before we start, I just want to say my prayers and thoughts and good wishes for a speedy recovery are with you, Princess Anne. Please get back out there soon. Here's hoping for a quick recovery. So let's do this.
Buckingham Palace's famous East Wing was built in 1847 in the reign of Queen Victoria. This summer it will open to the public for the first time in its history, following 5 years of extensive resurfacing work.
Nice.
As part of the Buckingham Palace resurfacing programme, the East Wing, which includes the iconic balcony, was completely emptied before any works could take place.
And I said this in the last video, I don't know if I would want to be the guy that has to remove all the artwork and valuable stuff. I would be so nervous. My knees would be shaking and I would be trembling. Of course, the people they have do that are professionals and they're, awesome at what they do. But I just can't imagine handling something as old and priceless as that they are holding and moving, and it's just like, because accidents happen. I would be so scared. I really would. But man, those guys, the unsung heroes here.
It has since undergone essential work to make this working palace fit for purpose and to preserve it for future generations.
Got to modernize it.
And a number of improvements have been made. Project manager Denny Swain explains.
Increasing accessibility was high priority on the works. This included a new external ramp, 2 new lifts on the East Wing, and new accessible toilets for the benefit of all visitors coming to Buckingham Palace.
That's funny. You don't think of, of course I think of, you're going to remodel and update. I'm thinking technology-wise, so you got to add wire, communications, electronics. You got to update the pipes, the plumbing, but I for whatever reason I'm never thinking, you got to add more toilets. Of course you got to make it more accessible for people who are in wheelchairs and whatnot. Totally get that, but I'm just, of course there's going to be so many people that are going to be walking around. You got to make it more accessible to use the loo, right?
More than 870 people from a wide range of trades and from across the country have been working on resurfacing the East Wing.
Oh, there they are.
This included a number of apprentices as part of the programme's legacy to protect heritage-related crafts, as well as provide a unique opportunity for the next generation to develop their specialist skills in this Grade 1 listed building.
That's cool.
Ryan was one of the apprentices working on the East Wing.
I was really excited to work here. Not many people get to work in such a historic building, but working here with really skilled carpenters and getting to learn from them was a really interesting experience. So the main work we've been doing at Buckingham Palace is the floorboards on the principal floor and the second floor. There was 47,000 floorboards that we had to take up, document the position and number all of them, categorize the interventions that needed to be done to them. So the main difference between working at Buckingham Palace compared to other sites is that you have to use the most amount of original timber as possible and keep interventions to a minimal.
Repairing and replacing the existing floorboards is just one example of the programme's objective to reuse or repurpose as much of the original materials as possible.
That's incredible.
The programme is using a range of methods to protect one of the most historic buildings in the world from the risk of a devastating fire or flood. One way that it's achieving this is by replacing the ageing wiring and plumbing throughout the palace, with more than 307 kilometres of electrical cabling replaced. Trainee Sabrina Harrison was responsible for filling holes and gaps following the resurfacing work to limit the risk of fire spreading.
My role here at Buckingham Palace in the East Wing is to fireproof around services made via cables, pipework or engineering work.
Sure.
Working with the resurfacing programme has been a phenomenal experience. You get to work with other trades that you don't normally work with. You meet new people, and the environment in a whole is quite great.
Working on a world-renowned, Grade 1 listed historic building is incredibly complex and provides a number of challenges. The works are made more complex by the removal of asbestos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of work in its own right. So it's so weird that over time, we as humans learn how things can be harmful. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, asbestos is no joke, though. No joke.
Challenges that working here is making sure that the building operationally continues no matter what we're doing. From a personal perspective, obviously, it's been very special. It's actually nice standing in this room right now and looking at all the royal collection. I can't think of many more special buildings than this one.
The completion of the resurfacing work on this famous part of Buckingham Palace means the East Wing's stunning principal floor can now be enjoyed for the first time by the many people who come from around the world to visit this iconic historic building.
Awesome. I want to go back here because I want to see.
Can now be enjoyed for the first time.
Just this shot right here.
People.
Oh yeah. So this is right in front of the Queen Victoria Memorial, right?
Who come from around the world to visit this iconic historic.
Look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, that is, awesome. You know, my son, he was telling us how he was able to, him and his buddy were able to get like e-bikes, so the rental of those scooters. Him and his buddy were able to get scooters, and they were able to just kind of go off on their own for a little bit, and they got to see so much. And as I was trying to follow along with them, everything is so within, especially on a scooter, within reach to see so many different things. It's just, I just cannot wait to get there myself. Hopefully, who knows when that'll be, but hopefully soon, to be able to just experience what he did. I started off before he went as jealous, the beginning of his trip jealous, then realizing I'm not jealous anymore, I'm just happy for him. Then, now that he's back and he's told me what he got to do, now I'm just back into the jealous phase again. And probably it'll stay there until I actually get over there myself. But yeah, very cool. It's remarkable, the detail and the care that they have to go through to try to keep it as original as possible. And here's the thing, this isn't just some unknown place. This is out in the countryside. This is one of the most famous buildings on the planet. And if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And people are watching. Obviously they're filming it themselves, but people are watching and they'll notice, and especially now you're going to let them come in and see it firsthand with their own eyes. Yeah, it's a big deal. I can only imagine the logistics and the planning that goes into something like that. And then having not only the expert craftsmen and laborers who do that sort of thing, you're also having trainees and apprentices there, which as an apprentice I'd be shaking in my boots that I wouldn't screw anything up. Wild. But just a awesome deal. I'm heading back out. I'm staring at this picture while I'm talking to you. It's just iconic, just awesome. Oh, hope everybody has a wonderful day. Hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks for coming. I love these short little videos. If you'd like to add some context of something that I missed, go to our channel and add it over there. And there'll be a post set up to where you can add some more information. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. You can also email me, of course. You can also do that as well. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. Yeah.